Sure, they'll be along in a minute, but welcome if you're watching the playback in the future, because a lot of people are grateful to all of you. It's great the way people kind of send positive vibes. Just change that a bit. Ooh. Positive vibes, positive energy to the channel. It's all positive, and that's the great thing. It is today, new moon in Aquarius. No, it's not. It is going to be new moon in Aquarius tomorrow on Thursday, the 11th of January. And an Aquarius new moon is a fantastic thing. The Aquarius influence is very kind of creative, tends to bring some talent to the creativity as well. You get very talented people who are Aquarians, and it reaches out, it's really far-sighted. Intelligence, ideas, great things to come. Hello, Sam, I'm really glad you joined us today. I say us because there are at least two of you out there at the moment. We'll let things build up a bit and then we'll start pulling cards and doing readings and stuff. And lovely to see you today too, Adrienne. Thank you so much for coming on. So we're pretty close to new moon in Aquarius, and the way the astrology of 2021 is, January was there was a lot of things being sorted out. February, it's improving, definitely improving. But it's really when we get to the springtime that we start seeing real positive change getting its boots on. It is very odd energy, isn't it, Adrienne? But we're in last quarter, so very close to new moon indeed. There isn't a lot of lunar energy behind anything, So those of us who live and work psychically by the light of the moon, as it were, are coming to a lull. But yeah, it is strange energy. This is one of the strangest lives I'm likely to do this year because, I don't usually wear a hat, but it is freezing here in my little studio corner of the room here. I've been trying to get the wood burner going because it's sub-zero outside and it's almost sub-zero in here as well. Dreams are picking up for me. Well, that can be very strange energy, can't it, Adrienne? I know the best dreams, the real kind of positive spiritual dreams, can seem quite terrifying at times, or at least, very strange and difficult to work out. But as long as they're coming in, Adrienne, that's the main thing. Good evening to you, Nicola. Hope you're doing good too. I'm well, thanks. I'm freezing cold, but, trying to keep going. Ice storms coming for Adrienne. Well, we haven't got any ice storms predicted here, but they do suddenly appear out of nowhere and come in. Hello, Kat. Nice to see you with us tonight. Kat M is in the house. This is brilliant. Okay, well, since this is a new moon type of thing, and I do these all the time, whatever the moon's up to. But Grandmother Moon right now is just about the new moon. She is so small we can't really see her in the sky clearly at the moment. And although a new moon is a great time for planning new things and bringing new things into being, it's always best to sort of plan the things at this time, but not to launch them until maybe another 2 or 3 days' time. Maybe over the weekend would be a good time to start launching new ideas, because it's when the moon is actually visible in the sky that the lunar energy is there. So, Adrienne, this actual week, it being Wednesday now and very nearly Thursday, to be honest, not a lot, Adrienne, but I can see things, gathering steam for you next week. What we got? Right, well, I've got a card here, and this is for Adrienne. Hello, Madhu, thank you for joining us. This one's for Adrienne, okay, asking about what was going to be happening this week, and I'm thinking this is more next week. I think this is a quiet week for you, Adrienne. I really do, because that knowledge is coming in. Yeah, next week, because that knowledge is coming in now. That's why you're sort of dreaming apace and getting inspiration. This card, New Moon in Virgo, a time to give rather than take. So just kind of focus on that. The moon is a big black thing in the sky with that tiny little half a halo around underneath, showing that, there is actually light there. There is stuff going to be happening. And that halo is actually part of the moon. That's the thing to remember. All the light we see coming from the moon is reflected from the sun. So it can look like a light is behind the moon shining, but it's not an eclipse like that. It's just a very low time. So it's a time to give rather than take, Adrienne. I guess that's this week, really, but that's something to bear in mind as you go forward into next week. Okay, it's one of those alchemical things where you give, and it's never a good thing to give just wanting to receive, but if you can kind of have that feeling of giving and receiving in balance, great things are going to come to you, Adrienne. I feel you have got a plan, and it's something around the idea of light work, Adrienne. That's the thing. And in that sense, it's going to work out really well, because it is actually saying, kind of give rather than take, and focus on that. It does mean spiritually, yes, because this is all around the idea of the moon, Adrienne. But it's an Aquarius new moon, so it's time to kind of plan big, think big. Okay, that's the main message. I know you do. You've given to me too, and I appreciate it, Adrienne. But it's just reinforcing that, as much as anything. But reach out, really reach for the skies this week. Even though, I'm talking about don't launch stuff till next week. This is a time for planning. This is the time for reaching for the skies within your inner mind to really let your psychic soul get its boots on and start doing things. Bad boy Rob, how do you connect to your spirit guide? And hi Melanie and everyone else, by the way. I can see people coming in now. How do I connect to my spirit guide? You got to give it time, bad boy Rob. That's the thing, okay? You will connect. Your spirit guide is probably trying to connect to you right now. I don't know whether they have times when they try harder than other times, but it's a natural balance. Your spirit guide is definitely somewhere around you. I say somewhere, it's not a physical place, but it feels like a physical presence. You start to notice things happening. You start to notice feelings within yourself, and you just let it grow. And all you can really do to make it grow is to be willing in your mind to let it have the time it needs for it all to happen, and just keep on meditating, and show willing. Let your guide know you're interested. Maybe light some incense, keep a candle burning. That's always a great way, because spirit guides and spirit people don't have physical energy of their own. There's a bit more to it than that, but that's the general idea. And so if you have something like a candle burning, then that's something they can take energy from, particularly, bad boy Rob, if you light that candle with the intention that you want that energy to be used for connecting to your spirit guide. And then write your dreams down. I am always saying that. Write your dreams down. That's the thing to do. And by writing them down, you find out things that you would otherwise forget about dreams. And sometimes the jumbled up craziness of dreams, always actually, it contains a bit of truth. When you write it down, you pick up on more of what the dream was all about. You really do. I will do you a card soon, Rob, okay? But I'm just going to take a second here, scroll up and down and welcome people. Hi, Jerry. Hi, Donna. Dun, 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 dun. I can't. Right, I think I've just about caught up there. Okay, I'd just like to, make sure I've said hello to everyone as we go along. Donna, how can we know if someone is on the other side or reincarnated? Well, if they've passed away out of this life, they are on the other side, okay? And that soul, as you knew, that soul will actually still be there, because the soul is like a multifaceted diamond, Donna. And so each incarnation is one facet of the diamond. When that person passes away, they go back to the diamond, and then another facet is the next incarnation. So the one you love, the one you know, the one you care about will actually be there when your time comes, and you can always reach out to the spirit realms and just have the affirmation that you want to connect to them. A lot like what I was saying to Rob a second ago, actually. You just, you hold that intent. You always hold that intent, and that always keeps the ball rolling, and it just keeps the energy flowing. It's like a conveyor belt of energy. If you take the attitude that you kind of given up, or you can't wait all that for the rest of your life to see them, it just slows the whole process down. You've got to keep it moving. all the time. But, you know, anyone who's ever lived and passed on is on the other side. And if they've reincarnated, that's another facet of that soul. And you will get to know all the facets in time. Okay, you've got pretty much forever. We're all eternal souls. Many of you who I've never met in person, I'm sure we've had some kind of past life connection. We might not get to know what it is in this life, but when we get to the other side, all these things start falling into place, and it all starts making sense. Jerry O, do you pick up on anything on my health? Will I get relief from back pain? Okay. Let's take up a pendulum first. I'm going to do something with the cards as well for you, Jerry, okay? Is this what? Tell me, give me a yes or no and sort of tell me in my mind what's going on in terms of relief. Okay. Yeah, it's really quite severe pain, actually, Jerry, isn't it? Hi, Beverly. Really quite severe pain, because I could I don't know if you could see it on the screen there, but this pendulum was really shimmering. Okay. Right, yes, it's going to be medication, okay? That's what's coming into my mind. I have the feeling medication isn't working very well for you at the moment, but that's something else you've got to give time to, actually. And giving it time is definitely turning into a theme for tonight. You're seeing the doc on Thursday for reevaluation. Okay, well, there's going to be, I don't know if it's a change of medication or if your doctor's just going to keep telling you to kind of keep on keeping on with it. But it's a slow process, yeah? That's what I picked up there. Let's go into the Ascended Masters deck, actually. I think this would be a good one. And I'm just going to ask for a card that shows me or tells me something about your back pain, Jerry. I feel for you. I had back pain so bad it went on for years. It actually does pass, you know. I had years and years where, particularly in wet weather, every time it rained, and especially if it was cold, but mostly every time it rained, I would have this terrible back pain. And I went to the doctors in tears more than once because I just couldn't get any sleep. And I was bringing up 2 kids at the time, and they were quite small. And I really had to be on the case every single day, even though I'd had no sleep. Very upsetting. But the medication slowly kind of it never really seemed to take the pain away, but it allowed me to handle the pain. And I would get some sleep, you know, at first 2 hours, 3 hours. After that, more sleep, you know, and more, just more energy, I suppose, because I was getting more sleep. And I never have thought it would have happened because back pain tends to be a problem for life. But no, that was around for 2 or 3 years, and then it was absolutely fine, you know. We have to be our own advocates. Yes, we do, very much so, Jerry. But look, this is the card I've got for you. Oh, hello, Vanessa. Nice to see you. Great, I'm glad you're tuning in. I'm tuning in too. We're all at it all the time. Jerry, this is the card for you, and it's about what I asked for with your back pain. The Ascended Master here is Ocean. Let me bring it up close so you can actually read what's there and see that's a tiger, isn't it? I get them mixed up. It's definitely a tiger. And she's saying, drink more water. Okay, and that's something that tigers, cats of all kinds, my cats in particular, drink loads of water, and I like to drink the tea out of my cup as well. But it's something human beings just don't do enough of. If we were in the animal state, we'd just keep going off and finding water. So it's saying keep yourself hydrated, but it's also about like healthy lifestyle, you know, in a more general sense, Jerry. And when you're having this consultation with your doctor, ask about kind of foods and things that could help. You might be surprised, okay? This is just an example. I'm no doctor and I really wouldn't know. But just as an example, if you've got arthritis, tomatoes are really not a great thing to eat. They can really make arthritis more painful and worse. And you'd think tomatoes, hey, you know, it's one of the healthiest foods, just not for arthritis. So yeah, Jerry, will do. Brilliant. Just ask, you know, because there may be foods that might set it off. I'm also being told that a lot of it is to do with cold weather, which we're going through in the Northern Hemisphere big style at the moment. Crazy storms all around the world. That's really not helping. Things are going to feel a lot better as the kind of progresses and develops. And we're nearly in March. It's going to be warmer then, absolutely for sure. We still get ice storms and stuff happening in March, but like then the next day it's warm again, you know, so it's less problematic. So, Jerry, I wish you well with your back. I really do feel for you. I can remember what that's like. And I hope to God I don't go through that again, because it was not nice. But we got there in the end. Hi to you, Debbie. Nice to see you with us. Dun, 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 dun. I saw someone who I haven't said hello to properly yet. Where are we? Beverly Spencer, hi. I'm doing well, thanks. It's pretty cold here tonight, actually. It's probably colder where you are. I'm just freezing. My fire won't light in the stove, so I've got this little electric heater going on down there. I'll say hello to my electric heater. There it is. It's like so hot I can put my hand on it, so it's not really doing the trick. It's not really solving the problem. But hey, you know, just got to keep going. It's all I can do. But yeah, blessings to you, Beverly. I'm really pleased you're here. It makes me smile too. And you're very welcome to what I do. You know, I've worked for this gift because it's what I wanted to do, you know, and it's a delight to be able to share it with people. It's only just, you know, in recent times since I've had over 1,000 subscribers that I've actually started getting more people tuning into the channel. YouTube just doesn't push the channel, and I don't appear in your kind of news feeds and things, unless YouTube thinks it can make some money out of me. And that is coming close, actually. We're on over 98,000 subscribers at the moment. Once it hits 100,000 subs, I can actually monetize the channel, which in lots of ways I wasn't that keen to do, but I don't have a day job. I have a disability that stops me doing jobs other than this, basically. And so I'm going to have to do something like that. It's also going to allow me to do more free readings. If anybody would like a private reading, message me 35and83@gmail.com. That is 35and83@gmail.com, and we will make an arrangement. Birth charts too, all kinds of stuff going on. Some warm Florida breezes. Thank you, Debbie. That is very, very welcome indeed. But all nightshades are inflammatory, Donna. Wow, thank you for that. I did not know. Hi, Aria. I will certainly come to you, actually. Let me just say, I know I saw Melanie appear at some point. I haven't said hello to Melanie yet. So where is Melanie? I saw she kind of flashed by as I was doing something else. 33 below zero, Melanie. Oh, blimey. Well, it's not that bad here. It's about 3 below zero. So, although, actually, that's 3 centigrade. So I don't know how that pans out. But it's blinking cold anyway. I'll say that. Tomorrow's video is going to be an upload, which I made today in the garden this afternoon. I had my hood up and everything. And it was really freezing. But, you know, that's the way of winter, is it not? Sunny and blue. Well, that's the way to have it. At least the sky is nice and clear, Melanie. I'm really glad to know you've got a nice clear sky there. Hi, Jennifer. Cold in Michigan. I bet it is. Seems to be cold all over the place at the moment. Hello, Kat May. I'm very glad you managed to make it. Hi to you, Joanne. Thanks so much for joining. And Joanne, thanks for your page. I look at your page a lot. And Joanne put something on her Facebook page. Pretty much all the time there are things coming up there. And it's always uplifting stuff. She knows how to be uplifting, does Joanne, which is great. Hello, Twainer. Sunny in North Carolina. Hey, well, that has got to be good news. Absolutely brilliant. I'm really glad to hear that, Twainer. And I'm really glad to have you with us. Adrienne is here, but working, so mostly listening. Well, don't work too hard, Adrienne. Maybe you have to. Maybe that's the way of it. Okay. So let me see now. Arya Patel, can I have a reading, please? Yes, you can. Let me just get my glass. For some reason, even though it's freezing cold, I need to drink more water. It's weird because the water's freezing. The water's colder than me. But for some reason, you know, it's a good thing to drink water. It always is when we do this, but it keeps the flow going. And Joanne keeps the flow going because, yes, indeed, you try to keep people positive, and that's great. Sometimes I need that. Debbie Schmoll is in shorts. Not cold here right now, very grateful. Well, I sort of half knew that. I know some people who are in Melbourne, Florida, and they were going around doing yard sales and stuff, so I guess everything was good there. Anyway, Arya Patel, let me do you a reading now. Okay, and right, I want to do 2 cards for you, Arya. Okay, hope I pronounced your name right. I've pronounced it several different ways, so I hope one of those ways is right now. Drop 2 cards on the floor there. Okay. So I'm going to do an angel card and I'm going to do a chakra card for you as well, Arya. That's just the way I was drawn to look at it. First things first, the angel card. And we have got... Oh, no, we haven't, because I just dropped them everywhere. Just a tick. Well, that's quite a long way south then, Debbie. You know, I look at Florida on a map and it's like that big and you think, oh, that's all one place, isn't it? But like UK is about that big compared to it. So, you know, I'm sure it is a long way, actually. Okay, Arya, I come to you at last. Archangel Sandalphon. Very good for kind of breaking habits. Some say breaking addictions, but it's not just that. It's kind of breaking out, you know, really kind of breaking the mold, breaking out of your daily routine and finding something new to bring into that routine to spark your life up. It's also, as the card says, all about prayer. And like Sandalphon is doing in the card, you can really spread your wings by praying, Arya, okay? So this is meditation as well as prayer. It most certainly is. But this is looking for something new to come into your life. That's really what Sandalphon is all about. Something new, something positive, and something that forms a positive habit. That is Archangel Sandalphon there. And now I am feeling that you've had issues of addiction around your family somewhere. I don't mean you particularly, but whether that's your family or your soul family, there are people going through addiction problems that less so now than they were in the past. I've got to tell you that situation is actually improving. The other card we've got for you, Ari, is this one. This is a chakra card. It's the heart chakra and it's inner child. Now we look at the confidence on this child's face. Very angelic looking child there. And it's a happy sort of confidence, isn't it? So Arya, I want to give you that sort of feeling of happy confidence and tell you that that's got to be the new way, okay? Things need to be happier. Things need to work better for you. And as she's all surrounded by white there, a great deal of healing. And the white colour in spiritualism means you're on the right track, you're going in the right direction. Okay, so as we had Sandalphon saying kind of break habits, I suppose, in a way. It's not kind of break everything, it's just incorporate something new in, because I'm sure a lot of what you're actually going through in life at the moment is very positive. You just need something new to come in. Focus on that inner child. Make sure it's something that makes you happy. You know, there's a lot to be said for following your heart in the spiritual life, and it works in the real world too. A lot of people say, you know, if you're looking at career, if you're looking at trying to make money, don't do what you love because you won't be able to compromise it. You won't, you know, have it in your heart to make the changes you need to make. But doing what you love is fantastic. It takes a long, long time. I love doing readings. I've been going at this since 2007, and my YouTube channel has only just now got me to the place where I can do readings, but I can do them, you know, that's the thing. The universe, the world is actually allowing me to do this as much as YouTube is. And all you guys, I see 20 people watching, fantastic. All you guys who watch the videos and send your energy, that's such a big help too. It really is, you know, it really, really is. So we've got currently 6 in Virginia. Major snowstorm. That's the thing, when it gets a little bit above freezing, major snow comes in, doesn't it? That's arriving tomorrow and Friday. Well, you stay warm too, Kat, eh, my friend? Gosh, I had a big delivery of logs today. It's just that there's no wind at all, and so it's not drawing the fire, and that's why it's so cold in here at the moment. But it'll be coming. It'll be coming right. It certainly will. All those in Virginia, stay safe and warm. Yeah, you've got to do that. And Jennifer's saying hit that like button. And thank you, Jennifer. Yeah, I don't say that enough. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button too, guys. Show the YouTube algorithm that this is where it's at. Let it know it can make some money out of the psychic stuff. And, you know, that'll take us all forward, not just me, but all the psychic stuff, all the God consciousness on YouTube is then going to thrive that little bit better. So hit the subscribe button, get notified about stuff, and, you know, that really helps the channel, helps everyone. Aria, you're very, very welcome. God bless you. Thanks so much for looking in. Okay, I'm going to come to Jay Lynn now. I currently work a temp job. Can you tell me when I will find a permanent job? Right, let me see. Right, now then, what I've got here is opportunities coming in, okay? Now, I've been told there's an opportunity in March, but I'm going to ask my pendulum about that. It's moving very, very slowly. It's giving me a circle. So there's an opportunity in March, Jay Lynn, okay? But you might, it's up to you. You can take that opportunity if you want, and then things are going to improve. I actually feel it's working in more or less the same place, actually. I don't think that's going to take you very much further forward, but it's going to be more permanent than whatever it is you're doing now, but it's going to be the same kind of thing. That opportunity is coming up in March. It's late March. I heard the 30th, so, you know, it's a while yet. But don't worry, something is definitely coming in for you in terms of a permanent job. I just haven't said when yet, but, you know, opportunities. There are going to be opportunities all through the year. There's another opportunity in, is it May? Is it June? Is it July? I'm asking. Right, August, okay, there's a good opportunity in August. So if you find the permanent thing, the opportunity that comes up in March is kind of good enough to keep you going, Jaylin, do take it up, okay? Because there's another opportunity coming up in August, much less limited, okay? You can see that this pendulum has never gone this mad before. It's really doing massive circles here, okay? So August is the best one, but there is an opportunity in March. You just got to decide how you feel about it. Hi to you, Daisy D. Thank you for coming on in. And you're very welcome, Jaylin. I really wish you well with that. I really hope that helps you with stuff. I really do. Okay. Right, where are we? Aaron, son, I'm feeling great today, thanks. You're looking into your own business. Can you pull a card for my chances? Thank you. I think that requires a tarot card. So I'm going to go into the Syrian Starseed, which is just the biggest deck in the world. It's absolutely massive. And we'll see what we get out of that. Okay, I see you as quite a positive soul in business, Aaron, son. You've got a certain get up and go about you, which business people appreciate, and other business people are going to take notice of that. You've just got to really keep being up and at them. I'm sure you can do it. I can really feel that about you. Yeah. And don't be too worried, okay? Really important this. Don't be too worried if things don't look like they're taking off as much as you'd like them to. Take note of every opportunity, everything you possibly can. I'm useless at that. I advertise readings all the time, all over the internet, and sometimes people reply and ask for a private reading, and they're willing to pay and everything. And then I just kind of, you know, I'm too laid back. I should be straight on it. Hi, thanks for your message. Yes, yes, yes. But I'm just too laid back. You're more up and at them than me, Aaron, son. So look, this is the card I've got for you. It's Starseed, and it's number 0 in the major arcana. It would be the Fool card in any other deck, this one, yeah? But Aaron, son, this is the thing. It's a seed, okay? You've planted that seed already, and as it's starting to grow here, it's drawing this great fiery comet of action towards you, okay? Keep letting the energy build up, Aaron, son, right? Really do. Just keep letting it build up. Don't do anything to stop it, and act on any leads you get, any positive possibilities that come to you. Act on them. It is a great card for a new business, actually. It's number 0. You know, it's very early in the journey, but that's how it always feels with a new business. You know, I've been going at this 13 years now. It's only about a year ago I started making any money out of it at all, really, and it's very new, but it's growing all the time. Just don't be like me and take your time. Go for it. Be up and at 'em, Aries Sun. And, you know, there's going to be ups and downs along the way, most certainly. But just see what happens as you go along, okay? See what happens. Hope that helps you, Aries Sun. I really do. Sandra Daly, will my house sell quickly once I put up for sale? Right. I'm going to consult the pendulum, but what I've got in my head now is not quickly, but in time, yeah? Brace yourself for it to take a while, you know? You might even need to take a bridge loan for you to be able to move to where you want to be. Let's ask the pendulum. Yeah, it's doing a very small circle. It's a yes, it's not a no. But it's such a slow yes. I'm going to say it's not going to sell really quickly, to be honest, Sandra. But it is going to sell. And when it eventually does go, the market's going to be better and you're going to get more money for it. That's what really kind of matters, because that's what plays into your future opportunities. I'm being told you actually need a quick sale on this, you know. So make the most of it. You know, if you get a low offer and it doesn't seem good enough, but that actually works with your dreams and gets you where you want to be, go for it. But don't leave yourself out in the cold, whatever you do. I think that's a very kind of strong feeling that we've got going on here at the moment. Hi, Davey. Hi, Tara. Nice to see you. Great to see people coming in and joining us as we go on through. Okay, Madhu P. Will I get a promotion? It's been a really long time since I got one. They promised one and it never came through. Okay. Yeah, you will, right, Madhu? Because someone is going to be leaving who's a bit higher up the chain, and it's going to make everyone shift round a bit, you know? So everyone goes up to the next level to fill the gap. Right, we're looking at around Easter, and if you think about it, I think you might know who that person is who's going to be leaving. It's someone quite high up the chain, and I'm not saying you'll go to the top, but you'll definitely move up a bit. We're looking at Easter time. I guess that's kind of late March, early April this year, isn't it? As I picture it, there are leaves on the trees. It's just still a bit cold in the weather as I look at it. But, yeah, we're looking at Easter there. Now, friends, I've got to say this, really. I used to have to say it by law. The law's changed, but I'm still going to say it anyway. I can't give you any actual guarantee of any of this, okay? I strongly, strongly believe it. I find it comes true all the time, but this isn't science. You understand that, I'm sure, but I've just got to be clear about it. But I wish you all the best with that, Madhu, okay? I really do. So... Hi, Tara. Where are we going? Where are we going? Zaneb Gohar, will me and Usman reconcile? I think we looked at this just the other day, did we not? But it's always worth asking again. I'm going with the Tiger's Eye pendulum this time. This is the one I was drawn to put up. Okay. Well, yeah, I think a lot more of it than entertainment purposes only, but yes. Anyway, Zanab and Usman, what's happening? Right. You're going to reconcile in the sense of getting together and talking about things, okay? You're not going to be not friends, you know? You're going to be friends again. And you can create anything when you go forward from that. Really do your best with that friendship as it comes along. Okay, I've also got some crystals here, and I was just drawn to pick up my rose quartz. So, Zanab, really kind of meditate into it. Try and, as far as possible, ask the gods, ask the angels to make it happen the way you want it to. It's a yes to reconciliation in terms of talking together, being together as friends. as the Bible says, walking together in the house of God as friends. So that's looking good. But what you make of it, whether you can turn it back into a relationship in a full-on way, that's sort of hanging in the air. Okay, so get your rose quartz out, get meditating, get asking the angels. That's what matters. Hi to you, Jess. Thank you for coming in. I'm very well, thanks, Jess. I'm freezing cold. I'm less cold now. You know, this little tiny heater down here is starting to kick in and warm things up a bit. I might even take my hat off soon. In fact, actually, I'm going to take my hat off now because it's getting too tight. And if I, excuse me, if I start sneezing, it'll have to go back on again. This seems to be the month of the hat. It's been pretty cold. Video up tomorrow, being uploaded tonight. After this, I'm going to upload it overnight. Video shot in the garden, all about love and romance. So look at that, okay? You can pick a card. It's a 5-card pick a card video. And pick a card. That'll give you more insight into relationships and what's going on around you. You can always trust yourself to pick the card that's meant for you. If you pick one and then think, well, what the hell was that about? That doesn't make sense. You know, think deeply, look deeply, yeah, because more is coming. So, Nicola Quinta, hello. Oh, Isle. Well, I hope you will, whatever it is, and I hope it's positive. I really do. Yeah, it's freezing. You've got your heater on next to you too. Yeah, we need our heaters at this time. We really, really, really do. We most definitely do. Yeah. Okay. Tara Leona Knowles, sorry, is my future going to remain bright with my current partner? Well, it's what you make it. I'm going to pull a card on that, Tara. Okay, I'm going to... Donna's in a blanket hoodie with a space. I would be in a blanket hoodie if I could be, actually. It looks so bad in the thumbnail if I'm wearing a blanket, you know. But I'd love to be, yeah. Love to be wearing one of those. And I will be afterwards. I'm going to go in bed and pull the covers over my head a little bit later. But hey, Tara, answering your question. Let me just look at what your question was again. I remember what it was, but I like to look at the words, the way you've typed them in. You know, that makes such a difference when I can actually see the words. Is my future going to remain bright with my current partner? Okay, well, this is the card that I've got for you, and it's from Rebecca Campbell's Work Your Light, and it's actually Council of Light. So it's got light in the name, so that is positive, Tara. It says, divine orchestration, help us in the subtle realms. Keep on praying. Okay, I got a yes for that. But you've got to pray for it. You've got to work for it. And it's really important to try and kind of keep yourself light. Oh, hiccups, I must be right. Got the hiccups, that's always good. A good sign, except it stops me reading very fluently, but there we are. Focus on your chakras, Tara. Get them all lined up nice and straight, because you've got a council of light around you trying to send you inspiration, okay? So it's not just as simple as, yes, it will. It's as simple as you've got to put the effort into it. You really have. And the other person has as well. And you're going to have to draw him into the general idea. You're going to have to draw him into the general idea of going with the flow of this too. Okay, you've got to kind of sell it to him. But you can, okay? You can. I'd say more, but I'm just trying not to hiccup as much as I possibly can avoid it. Well, oh yeah, you made the right decision, all right. But see that card there, Council of Light? They're around trying to help. And they're not around trying to help because it's all cut and dried, okay? You got to work with them. You really have. Been together for over 3.5 years so far. Well, that's great, you know. That is, I mean, 3.5 years, that's not something anybody just wants to throw away, right? It's, you know, you learn a lot more about each other in that time. But it's also something that you really don't want to throw away, either of you, and I'm sure you'll get further with it. The hiccups are bad, guys. Sorry about that. Daisy D, yeah, get yourself some cards. That's good advice. It really is. Yeah. Will Elsa and Davy reunite your relationship? Right. I don't know right off the top of my head, okay, but I'm going to pull a card and see what the card brings out. Okay, Davy. The thing is, Davy, so much can only happen once you've really kind of made up your mind what you want. Okay, we're always drawing experiences to ourselves, and the way we think now really gets involved with what we're going to manifest as we go forward. Okay, good card here for you, actually. It's waning moon, and it is waning moon now, only just because it's new moon in Aquarius tomorrow, so that's very close now. But what do you need to release? Waning moon. That's what you've got to think about. Now, the waning cycle of the moon is when we think about home and family and in relationships, you know, that's really is a part of your family when you're in a serious relationship with someone. So you've got to think, well, what do you need to release? Okay, there's something that you've got to let go of, Davey, in order for it to have a chance of being good. Okay, but it can be good. It can always be good. It's a waning moon, and that tells me that, you know, the moon, it's a cycle. What's one way now is going to be another way further on in the cycle, okay? Don't give up hope. That's the thing, Davey. Keep believing it can be real and be willing to adapt. You know, be willing to adapt in all kinds of ways, in every way that you can possibly adapt, okay? That's the way to really give it to yourself. Okay, I will use the pendulum, yes, okay. I will use the pendulum to go with that. Which one? I've got several pendulums here. I can't find any of them now. Isn't that always the way? Where's the amethyst one? I've got an amethyst pendulum here, just a tick. Ah, there we go. The cat knocked it on the floor. There we go. Sorry about that amethyst pendulum. Right, here we go. Let's see what the amethyst pendulum has to say. Very small circle, Davey, right? Very small circle. It's all about manifestation, right? And I'm not too surprised to see that at this time because it's new moon in Aquarius. The nature of Aquarius is you can reach out, you know, you can absolutely reach out for what you want, particularly when the new moon is in Aquarius. It really is out there energy. And the most seemingly unlikely things can come into being, particularly when you're hoping and you're praying on a new moon. Look up at that moon as soon as she appears in the sky again in another 2-3 days' time. She'll be a crescent moon. Look up at that, Davey, and really kind of, you know, ask those celestial energies, right? I've no idea how it works with the moon, but it really, really does, you know. So it's a yes, but it's a very, very small yes. You're really going to have to give it everything you've got there, Davey. You really are. But it looks good as long as you just, you know, really see it as something you've got to manifest. That's what matters, you know. That's what matters. Where are we going? Jess has ordered a lovely Moldavite necklace. Excellent, excellent. Yeah, I'd be excited to wear that if I had one coming. I really would. Will I finally graduate this year with a bachelor's in law, Alina? Actually, it looks like next year to me. I'm really, you know, I'm sorry if that's dashed your hopes. I've got to give it out as I get it. Someone's saying next year. It's a journey. But what's going to happen, actually, is quite positive. That's going to be partly your decision, Alina, right? You're going to be faced with something else you could learn along the way. It's kind of... And when you get a degree, you can then decide what you're going to specialise in and take more qualifications on top of it. You're going to start some of that work before you actually get to the point of the doctorate, right? And that's going to slow it down a bit. But you go in places, you really are. Don't lose heart just because it's not this year. This is a mad year. Everything's up in the air. It's going to be much better in 3 or 4 months' time as vaccines get rolled out, as the world opens up again. But what I got there was next year. I hate to disappoint anyone, but You know, it's not always a happy yes. It's all, you know, if it's a no, there's always something happy about the no. There's always something positive we can do to keep things moving. Okie dokie. So I hope that helps you. Right. Cat May. Would love a card, Andy, if the spirits have something to tell me. Okay. Okay. I'm just kind of I'm thinking and I'm letting it take shape because I feel that there's a need for mediumship, Cat. I feel that when you say, you know, the spirits, have they got anything to tell you? There is someone in the spirit world who actually wants to communicate and actually wants to say something at this point. So I've had my drink of water. I'm tuning in. Right, I'm seeing like countryside and fields going on, stretching on forever. You know, not forever really, but as far as the eye can see. That's the bottom line. Alina, no problem. This year or next year is fine. It's been a long journey for you. I bet it has, Alina. And, you know, like so many people, things have got held up the last couple of years so much. It's been really, really difficult. But, yeah, you're going to get there. But Cat May, okay. This person has been with you in your dreams, Cat. Okay, you've been dreaming about somebody that you've loved and then lost from this world because they're in the next life, you know, and they're very, very close to you. This is a lady, and she's saying she's been with you in your dreams. What she's showing me is just this endless landscape. I don't know if that's going to mean anything to you. And there's a tree with like autumn leaves. It's coppery leaves. This lady would have passed, either passed at a time of autumn, or you would have an autumn memory with her. You know, autumn would be something that would remind you of this lady. She guides you along, you know. That's the thing, Kat. She has a way of leading you, and this is a lady who said things in life when she was actually alive in this world, in the physical sense, and was talking to you. She would often set a good example or give you a good piece of advice, you know. The advice you got from this lady was the sort of advice that never lets you down. That's the message, you know, that she's with you in your dreams. And I'm seeing a pink sky as well. That means that the next day is going to be pretty blinking cold, actually, but also clear. Okay, it's like the British expression, if you know it, red sky at night, shepherd's delight. It's one of those. Okay, so now she actually wants me to tell you that tomorrow is a good day for you. It really is literally about today, tomorrow, and yeah, tomorrow's going to be a good day for you. Now, even in the States and Canada, it's kind of at least kind of 3-4 p.m. something like that at the moment. So today is coming to a close wherever we are in the world by this time, you know. But it's a better day tomorrow, Kat. You know it. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it. Has anyone got the mythic tarot cards? I haven't myself, Philip. I shall look out for them. They sound pretty good. Anyone on the group here got them? That's the question. Interesting one. And no, it's not snowing here, by the way, Philip. I noticed you asking that before, but I was kind of in the middle of something, so I didn't say it. But hi to you, Philip. Thanks so much for joining us. Yeah, they sound interesting. No, not snowing here, actually, but sub-zero. We're sandwiched between the hills and the sea, so we've got a microclimate. I'm just hoping it doesn't snow suddenly during the night and cut me off from the world for a month or something, because I've got things I need to do. Got to get a bottle of gas for the cooker, got to get more coal in, more logs, all that kind of good stuff, you know, to make things happen. But no snow. I guess it's snowing with you, Philip? Out there somewhere, I guess it is snowing with you. Right. Daisy D, wishing for a family of my own. The boyfriend finally proposed after 4 years. Well, you know, I know you're talking to Sam really, Daisy, but I'm just drawn to it. Okay. He might not propose him anytime soon, but have you really let him know that you'd like him to propose? Because I feel that he actually thinks that if he proposed to you, Daisy, that you might laugh, that you might not feel that he was suitable or that he was the one or something like that. He's gonna know. He's gonna need serious reassurance for that to be okay. It really is. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to take a quick breather. If there's anyone I've missed who's asked for a reading and I haven't come to you yet, do let me know, guys. I'm going to actually cut this one a bit short tonight. Not now, not yet, not for quite a while yet. But I just can't go on for 90 minutes tonight. The house is too cold, the cats are freezing. Well, I guess you don't want to just come straight out and tell him. That's kind of so needy then, isn't it? I've got my, look, I've got my hoodie caught in a card box at this moment. Let's get that out. Okay, I'm free of the cards at last. There we are. Yeah, just kind of let him know, quite kind of casually, you know. Don't seem needy, because Daisy, you're not a really needy kind of a person, and it'd be a shame if he thought you were, or if he thought you were just kind of so open. Still snow in Bradford, very cold. Yeah, I bet the car is actually. Car in the morning iced up. Yeah, bound to be. Mine certainly has been. Jennifer, feeling lonely, wondering if love will be coming into my life anytime soon. Well, the cat's asleep on the bed. Well, one cat's asleep on the bed. The other cat is hiding under the bed, and she's hoping that it'll just get to midnight and I'll go to bed and I'll just forget she's there because she loves to sleep under the bed. But I don't let her because she wakes me up at 3 a.m. then. She can't just go out the room. She has to squish me at 3 a.m. and I need my sleep. I really do. Yeah, that's true, Beverly. I do that actually. Yeah. 2 pots and a candle really does work. Yeah, absolutely. Jennifer, feeling lonely, wondering if love will be coming into my life anytime soon. What you need to do is ask the angels, okay? I'm not going to use this deck. I'm drawn to another deck. But, yeah, for you, ask an angel. I just looked at the angel deck there and that came into my mind. But let's answer that question as best we can with the Kyle Gray card from Keepers of the Light. I'm going to bring this out at this point. Okay, we'll have a shuffle and we'll have a look and we will see what we will see. What have we got? Okay. All right, now we've got Lord Ganesh, okay? Now, this is a pretty positive card because Ganesh always stands for the idea of yes. It's a yes when you get Ganesh, okay? So love will be coming into your life sometime soon, but don't let it pass you by, Jennifer. I'm being told that you kind of sometimes get a bit shy and you let these things pass you by. Go for it. It'll be easier this time because as well as a yes, Ganesh is a force who kind of smashes obstacles out of the way. He's very, very good at that. He's pictured here with this kind of wand here, which is a bit like a kind of, you know, a punishment stick. Well, not a punishment stick, but a clearing stick. He can clear obstacles out of the way. Some traditional statues of Ganesh have him with a hammer and an axe, and he's just clearing away his beautiful energy, you know, but he's clearing the way for you. It says on here, infinite abundance. Okay, so believe it, Jennifer. Believe it. That's how abundance works. You've got to believe it's coming. And when it does come, don't let it pass you by. Don't think you're not good enough. That's the important thing. It says also, obstacles are being removed. Obstacles are being removed. Spiritual support and connections are increasing. Jennifer, take a close look. Ganesh is a beautiful energy. But the great thing about him is he can kind of smash these things out of the way when obstacles come up. I've now lost the rest of the deck. How can you lose a deck? It's massive. Oh, just a tick. Here it is. Right, I wondered what happened to the rest of the deck there. It's found itself. All the cards have found each other now. That's good. Right. Guys, I'm going to do a few cards now for everyone who's actually here. Okay, at this moment here tonight, because I don't think I'm going to end up getting round everyone if I keep trying to kind of do a card for every person at the moment. I'm probably going to wrap it up in just a few minutes' time. It's kind of you to send me energy. I can feel it. I really can. But I've just got to get that fire going, you know. New moon tomorrow, Daisy. Yes, and it's new moon in Aquarius. So it's a time for far, you know, reaching out far with your thoughts. The Aquarius energy is really good like that. Okay, you can reach out for things that seem absolutely unachievable. They seem like things that couldn't happen in your wildest dreams. First card I've got about that Aquarius new moon actually is this one. It's Ascension. And, you know, it's so easy to forget Ascension. It's card number 21 in the Major Arcana. And it's a true thing that Ascension is something that we're working on all through our lives, all the time. It's not easy to decide you're just going to make the Ascension happen right now. It's a lifelong plan. It is. But if we go back to about, say, 2012, oh, you're welcome, Beverly. You're always welcome. If you look back to 2012, everyone was talking about the Ascension. Everyone was visualizing it. Everyone was believing it. And there was no way the Ascension wasn't going to happen. And it sort of became an internet buzzword. And like so much that becomes an internet buzzword, it's reached the point now where people have stopped sort of really seeing life that way. We've been through so many hard lessons, particularly in the last year and a half. Really quite difficult times, well, impossible times for some people. And we're all kind of thinking, can we survive? Will I have a job next week? Is anyone ever going to love me again? It's getting like that now. It's getting really kind of just difficult to look beyond the everyday needs that we have. And so that's the first card. It's Ascension. But, you know, it's number 21. It's like the world card in the Major Arcana of this deck, which is the Syrian Starseed Tarot. If you can see it hiding in the bottom of the box there. Okay. Next card we've got is the Ten of Crystals. This deck is really amazing for keeping on bringing up the same cards again and again. I'll do a 5-card reading here, okay? This is card number 2, the 10 of Crystals. Okay, so we're nowhere near the heart of the matter yet, but get your manifesting head on, okay? Because it's a 10. That is very good energy. That is really showing things coming to fruition. But crystals, got to work with those crystals, got to manifest with those crystals, guys. Okay, card number 3. This is the heart of the matter. And it's the 7 of Orbs. Now then, spheres in this deck, as I've been working with this deck for a while now, different things start meaning different things to different psychics, actually, as we read. This is the 7 of Orbs, and Orbs, for me, with this deck, mean abundance. Okay, now this is card number 3 of 5, so it's the middle card. It's the heart of the matter, and abundance is... not so much that it's, I mean, it is likely to happen, for sure it is, you know, that it's that kind of year as we move towards the age of Aquarius. There's going to be much more abundance for a lot of people, particularly for those of us who believe and trust that that abundance will come. It's going to come, and it's going to come in buckets, it really is. But 7, it's that magical kind of number. It's a good way through the journey of the suit of orbs in this deck. It is very, very, you know, it's advanced. It's an advanced card as I look at it. So after everything we've been through, if we can just keep believing in the ascension, like the first card here, if we can keep believing good things are going to happen, then the abundance is going to be really good. Okay, card number 4 is this one. It's the 6 of Crystals. Look at the Libran energy in this card. We're back to crystals again. We're back to magic. And we're seeing a very worldly balancing act going on with the scales here. But true balance is something that the universe is very good at. And a lot of the, well, all the experiences we go through in life are working in a spiritual way, just like the weather works physically. In other words, you know, when it's hot in one part of the world, it drives it to be cold in another part of the world. And the cycle then drives that cold part of the world to become hot later in the year. The cycle is always going on. When it's kind of wind blowing, when it's hurricanes blowing, that's because there's a pressure difference and the air pressure is trying to balance itself. Spiritually, we need to be looking for a balance, okay? A balance between heaven and earth, and a balance between the higher self and the worldly self, because these worldly lives that we are given are actually meant to be part of our spiritual experience. I was talking about reincarnation and the soul being like a multifaceted diamond earlier. Every soul needs to have experiences to balance it. So card number 4 there, guys. Look for that balance. Make it real. Believe it can be real. That's what really, really matters. And card number 5. Not so much an outcome card here as a kind of where to next card, really, because the Seeker of Chalices from the Suit of Chalices, excuse me, is the Seeker. It's a court card. It's quite high up in the journey here, but chalices are like cups. There are hopes, there are dreams, and we are always seeking them. And I know that because whenever I do readings, actually, whether it's live readings like this or a private reading, and do message me on 35and83@gmail.com, friends, if you would like a private reading. I'm always more than happy to do my best for you in that sense, okay? But whether it's private reading, whether it's on a live, whether I'm talking to someone in the street, people are always seeking what their heart desires. And looking at that in the sense of all the other cards in this reading, as we come to the outcome, as we come to card number 5 here, then there's something positive about it, this card. If I bring it up close, you can see the universe is this lady as she tries to seek, tries to find what she's really looking for. So guys, that one started with the Ascension, and it kept on in pretty much the same vein right through all 5 cards there. So that's the big advice that Spirit are giving to absolutely everyone here. Whatever question you asked tonight, this is for you too. Even if you didn't ask a question tonight, this is for you too. Keep seeking for what you want and keep believing that it actually can happen, because it actually really can. It really can. Now, my friends, I've got a real kind of dry mouth, and I know I'm going to get a sore throat if I keep going. It's this blinking cold weather. It won't be this cold next week. I've been looking at the weather forecast. Sometime around Saturday, it gets to be 10 degrees above freezing here, and then I can function. But I can feel that my throat is going now, and my mind is going to be pulled away from the readings the more I get the sore throat. So yeah, I'm going to draw this one to a close, guys. Thanks very much. Do hit the old thumbs up button if you've enjoyed this one. Do subscribe if you haven't already, please. Look out for tomorrow's video. It's a 5-card pick a card, and it's all about romance. It's all about Valentine's Day, because Valentine's Day is 12th, and Sunday coming is going to be Valentine's Day. So if you're after a relationship, visualize it, believe it, and don't let it pass you by, guys, okay? Have a good night. Thank you, Beverly. Thank you, Jennifer. I hope you all have a great time as well tonight, even if it's freezing in your part of the world. Wrap up warm, do something you enjoy, plenty of hot drinks. That's what I'm going to go and do now. Anybody would like to visit my coffee page and get me a coffee? It's ko-fi.com/Andy's Readings, all one word, no apostrophe. Check out any of my upload videos. There's a link to my coffee page underneath them, and there will be an upload tomorrow. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm hoping my mind hasn't gone yet. Maybe it has. You can be the judge of that. Maybe these things are in the eye of the beholder. But I'm going to go now, get a nice hot drink and snuggle up. So have a great time, guys. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Big love, big hugs to absolutely all of you. Take care of yourself. Thank you, Donna. I'll see you all again very soon. Blessings to all, and blessings to you, Jennifer. Love, light, blessings, and peace.